How to take pictures at graduation, a quick video. What we will cover: first, be courteous to others, planning, shooting plan, processional, ceremony, and recessional. Quick overview. This is a video that I quickly made for the May-June 2023 graduation. It is by no means complete. It will be replaced by a more complete video later. Please be courteous to others. Do not go into the processional path. Stay behind the aisle barriers and markers. Do not block the view of other parents and guests, just as you do not want others to block your view of your child. Do not block the view of the school or event photographers. Don't be this entitled jerk. This parent was only thinking of himself and not of anyone else. He obviously did not care that he blocked anyone's view. He went in front of a handicapped lady who was there 30 minutes before him. And you can see her in the bottom left corner. She is leaning over, trying to see around this jerk. He is standing inside the roped-off processional aisle, and he stood there the entire time of the processional. How? Plan, plan, plan. It is difficult to take pictures of an event if you have no idea of what is going to happen. You could be in one place and your child could be in another place. You could be looking for your child where your child is not. You may not be prepared for your child when the diplomas are given out. Planning. Find out as much about the graduation from your child. Where will the graduation be held? Where will the graduates assemble? What is the processional route? The ceremony? What is the recessional route? It may not be the same as the processional route. Where the graduates will assemble to meet parents and family. Information. Again, find out as much information about the graduation as you can. Go to the graduation rehearsal if you can. Take pictures and notes. This is not always possible, as rehearsal will likely be during the workday, and if you are working, you can't go to the rehearsal. If your child graduates next year, go to this year's graduation and take pictures and notes. However, if graduation entry is by invitation or ticket, you won't be able to do this. If the school recorded the prior year's graduation, study the video. Indoors or outdoor. Lighting is the major difference and problem between indoor and outdoor graduations. Outdoor, daytime, generally has good lighting with plenty of sunlight. Late afternoon to evening graduation will have decreasing light as the sun sets, and it could be pretty dark at night. Indoor, the lighting can range from decently good to poor lighting. Lighting depends on two things: the venue itself and the lighting plans of the graduation committee. If the lighting is actually pretty good, but the graduation committee decides they want to turn the lights down, well, you're going to have poor lighting. Example of low light. Very low indoor light levels set for a mood rather than photography. If the light level is too low, your shutter speed will be too low and you will get blurry pictures like the one on this screen. If dark, you will likely need to use a flash. However, a flash has a limited range. You need to test your flash so that you know its realistic distance limit. If you think it'll go 50 feet, but in fact it will only go 10, your long shots will be all underexposed. Please see the flash photography videos. You may need to use a fast lens for the dim indoor lighting. Your flash will not cover a large distance and large area. Limitations. You may be restricted in where you can take pictures from. For example, no parents allowed to take pictures standing in front of the stage. You may not find out about the restricted locations until you arrive at the graduation. Therefore, you need to have a Plan B alternate location. Plan your picture-taking locations with care. Due to the large number of people and the distance between locations, getting from one part of the graduation to another can be difficult or impossible. Depending on where you are, you may not be able to move out of that area. Shooting plan. Make one. Before graduation, get to the graduation early and try to get in early. You want to scout the venue for photo locations. You may need to change where you plan to shoot from. Pre-graduation. The graduates arriving and milling around. The processional. Plan to get into your planned position. And make a list of the shots you want to try and get. Ceremony. Get into your planned position. Speeches, diploma presentation, turning of the tassels. Recessional. Again, get into your planned position. Because of the large number of people, you may not be able to change positions for the recessional. You may be stuck wherever you are. Plan accordingly. Then, meet your graduate at the predetermined meeting place. Processional. You need to know where the graduates will walk. If the line splits, which line will your child be in? If you are on the south split and your child is on the north split, you missed your child. If they walk in pairs, will your child be on the left or the right? This determines which side of the processional path you will want to be on. How will you identify your child? With everyone in cap and gown, many of the graduates look alike. You may think you can recognize them, but part of your recognition is their clothes. But in this case, everybody's going to be wearing the same thing. Your child would have to know where you will be and be looking for you. And if they can wave to you, you will have an advantage. Okay, there she is. She's waving at me. Example. This is the processional route for the Caramont High School graduation. If you have an outdoor graduation, you should get to figure out what the processional route would be. Indoor graduations will have a different processional route. Maybe it's just inside, so you won't have this long outside walk. Remember what I said about the line splitting? Look at the bottom of this picture. You'll see as a processional path goes down, there is a split. There are two lines which cross the football field. And you need to be on the correct side to get this line that your child is in. Again, if you're on the left side, but your child is on the right side, you missed your pictures. Sample processional pictures. One thing to note, as the graduates are walking by, you will have only a few seconds to recognize your child, get your camera up, and take your picture. If you do not move fast enough, they will have walked by and you missed your pictures. Ceremony, speeches, presentation of the diploma case to the graduates, turning the tassels. Now, turning the tassels sometimes can happen fast. It can be over in the matter of a few seconds. If you're not ready for it, you will miss it. Sample pictures, presentation of the diploma case to the graduate. Recessional. Sometimes it is in the reverse of the processional route. Sometimes it is in a different route. Recessional sample pictures. Post-recessional. After the graduation, make plans on where everybody will meet and how to find each other. With all the people with all the graduates, it will be hard to find people in the mass of parents and graduates. I've seen people using balloons or signs on a stick. Exposure tip. The synthetic gowns reflect a lot of light. They can and will confuse your camera's meter. A properly exposed gown could result in an underexposed face, just like in the picture on this screen. Look at their faces. It is all dark. It is because the camera was fooled by the reflection off their gowns. Monitor your exposure and make adjustments if necessary. If you want the faces to be clear, you may have to overexpose the gowns. Logistics. Due to the large number of people and the cordoned off areas, getting from one part of the graduation to another may be difficult. The end. Please like and subscribe.